Hi guys, thank you for joining me today on my weekly Pearls of Wisdom. My name is Ruth Duran. I'm a certified life coach and I help business women create profitable businesses. Today I'd like to share with you a concept that changed my life, changed how I show up in my business and how I show up in my day-to-day activities. See, when I was stuck struggling to build a profitable business, I experienced a ton of burnout. I used to hit roadblocks and I would experience burnout. I then associated building a profitable business with burning out. And so I would avoid the hustle. I would avoid the hard work. I would avoid going to create money because I thought that it would lead to burnout. And what I learned along my journey is that that was not how burnout is created. What I learned is that burnout is actually created by my thoughts and my feelings. What I learned is that when I am creating money and value and results out into the world, it means that I am actually putting in more than just effort, that I am actually creating something of value. See, my friends, I teach my clients and I teach the women in my group that money is created by value. Money is not created by the effort. And the more value that you create, the less effort it actually requires of you to create that. The difference is how you are creating that value. One is using where you are reacting to your life and you are actually at the effect of your life. The other one is where you are planning intentionally, using your prefrontal cortex to create a business that will create money and value out in the world. See, when I was struggling with burnout, I used to think that I had to work a lot of hours. And what I thought actually when I was working a lot of hours is actually being maybe behind a desk or being where I was moving things around. It didn't mean what did I create. And what I have learned a lot along this journey, it truly is not how many hours I work. It is what I created in those hours. It's not how many conversations I had. It's what did I create in those conversations. It's not how incredibly hard I worked. It's how effective and productive those hours were. So I want you to see that burnout is driven by the thoughts and the feelings and the attitude that you have behind it. And so what I want you to see is, for example, in social media, a lot of people think just by dropping their links on linked threads that will create customers. And when they do that and they do it over and over again and they do not create customers, they get frustrated and overwhelmed. But I want you to see, think about if you paused and had a ton of communication with your prospective clients. And the way that you drop your links is a way that it will stand out, because people who are looking for people like you are able to be drawn to it because you are addressing their pain point. You are addressing how your product or service solves their pain point. Very, very different. Same amount of energy to post a link, one is more effective than the other. So I was having a conversation with somebody who was frustrated and done with posting on social media. She thought posting on social media does not work. Upon having a conversation with her, what we decided and what we realized that she was doing is for example, she was selling bottled water. And she was trying to sell bottled water by a freshwater lake, versus taking the time to have a communication with herself and her prospective clients and finding out that her prospective client are actually hanging out in the savannah. Her prospect clients are actually hanging out in a desert and they need the bottled water. very different effectiveness, very different results, all because she paused and she planned. See, I want you to see burnout is caused by three things. One, stressful thinking. Two, poor planning. And three, scarcity thinking. In this example where this individual was ready to end her business and stop posting on social media, she had not planned, and she was then making it mean that people didn't want what she had. But where she was at showing up was very, very different. And so after one conversation with her, she is now going to go into a different arena to sell her bottled water. And so I want you to see, when you are stressed, when you are overwhelmed, when you are thinking negatively, you are really, truly not planning very well, and you are reacting to your life. You are at the effect of your life. And then what you will do is you will beat yourself up, and you will let life beat you up. And then you will experience burnout. And so, my friends, burnout comes from negative thoughts and emotions. Burnout comes from trying to create a future place that is better than here. Burnout is trying to hustle really fast because there is better than here. And that never works. The only thing that you have to change is your thoughts and feelings, and change the way that you think about what business is. So I want you to see, burnout is always about really being in a hurry. Burnout is always about not planning. Burnout is always about being stressed and overwhelmed and confused. Burnout is actually not how many hours that you put into your business. Burnout is really what you created, what value you created into the world, what result you created. And so, my friends, burnout is not about how much effort you put in. Burnout is never about the things that you have on your to-do list. Burnout is never about what time you put into it. Because how to get over burnout is to actually create results. Did you put in the same, for example, 8 hours as you did before, but at the end of 8 hours, you have nothing to show for what you did? Versus the way I teach my clients is, even if sometimes we research and we find that they don't need to put 8 hours in. They can put 4 hours in and get more results than a person who probably put 8 hours and was stuck in overwhelm, stuck in confusion, and stuck in stress. And so it's the planning of how you're going to do things. It's the pausing and thinking effectively that it determines whether you're going to be burnt out or not. It's about enjoying the journey to building the life and the business that you want, and realizing that you can work as hard as you want, but what you are creating determines whether you're going to be burnt out or not. Deciding whether you're going to be fueled by energizing thoughts and emotions, creating something that is beneficial and something that people can actually use. So I want you to see that. Think about it. There's networking, and there's really valuable networking. There's communication, and there's valuable communication. So think, for example, the client that I told you that she was trying to sell bottled water, and this is just an analogy, she's selling bottled water by a freshwater lake. She didn't have effective networking. She didn't have effective communication. She was still putting out the links, she was still putting out the content, but it wasn't resonating with the people that needed to hear it. And so that pause can transform your life and your business. And so, my friends, burnout is not necessary. And in fact, think about the planning. If you plan to create more results, and you plan to create rest time, and if you plan to create self-care time that you need to pause to take care of yourself, you will be more effective and create more of the profitable business that you are looking for. More of the clients who are looking for exactly what you're bringing to the market to sell. And they are more than happy to listen to what you're saying. So my friends, thank you so much for joining me on this weekly Pearls of Wisdom. If you are ready to take your business to profitable and you are ready to stop just putting out energy into the world and use effective marketing, effective networking, effective communication, effective thoughts and feelings so that you can create the profitable business that you know you can have, schedule a consultation with me. Let's find what is not working and replace it with what is going to work. Let's find why you're experiencing burnout and avoiding your business, and let's replace it with emotions like motivated, determined, and have you showing up in your business excited to serve the people that you are here to serve. So my friends, thank you so much for joining me on this weekly vlog. I look forward to working with you and helping you create a profitable business. So thank you so much and have a very, very blessed week. I love you. Bye-bye.